If I told you that 81% of data breaches are caused by weak or stolen passwords, would you still use password 123 for your business accounts? Unfortunately, we see this exact scenario playing across Northern Michigan businesses every single week. I'm Ross Whitmore, president and founder of Northern Technology Services here in Petoskey, Michigan, and today we're diving deep into password management best practices because your password is often the only thing standing between cybercriminals and your business data. Over the past 10 years, serving businesses from Traverse City to Gaylord, we've responded to countless security incidents that could have been prevented with proper password management. The good news, fixing your password doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. So, the password problem. Let's start with some sobering statistics. The average business user has 191 passwords to remember, and that's impossible to manage without help, which is why people take shortcuts. And here are the most common password mistakes we see. Using the same password across multiple accounts. We call this password recycling, and it's a disaster waiting to happen. Creating passwords based on personal information, like birthdays, pet names, business names, using simple patterns like password 1, password 2, password 3 for different accounts. And here's what happens when those weak passwords get compromised. A cyber criminal breaks into one account and immediately they're trying that same credentials on your bank, on your email, and on your business systems. And for using that same password everywhere, they now have access to everything. So now before we talk about management tools, let's establish what makes a strong password. Length beats complexity every single time. A 16-character password mixed with case letters and numbers is stronger than an 8-character password with every special character imaginable. Now here's our formula for a strong password. A minimum 12 characters. If you're dealing with HIPAA, then you're going to be at a minimum of 14 characters. Realistically, why don't you pick 16 and work your way up from there? Now mix uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, symbols, and do not use dictionary words or personal information. Make these unique for every single account with no exceptions. Now here's the reality check. Nobody can remember dozens of unique complex passwords. But if you can, please let me know. I would love to rack your brain. And that's why password reuse is so common. And that's exactly why password managers exist. The human brain isn't designed to remember 191 random character strings, but computers are perfect for this task. And that's why we recommend password managers to every single client. Now let's talk about choosing the right password manager. Not all password managers are created equal, especially for business use. And here's what to look for. Business-grade security with enterprise encryption standards, the ability to share passwords securely among team members, administrative controls to manage employee access, integration with your existing business systems, reliable customer support when things go wrong. And at Northern Technology Services, we've standardized on Keeper security for our clients. And here's why. Military-grade encryption that even Keeper can't break. Seamless integration with business applications, advanced sharing features for team collaboration, comprehensive audit trails for compliance, and most importantly, it is designed for your business environment. Consumer password managers, like those built in the browser, they're fine for personal use, but they lack the security controls and administrative features that businesses need and require. Now, a strong password, this is your first line of defense, but multi-factor authentication, or MFA, is your safety net. Even if someone steals your password, they still can't access your accounts without that second factor. And here's how MFA works. Something you know, your password. Something you have, your phone or an authentication app. Something you are, your fingerprint or a face scan. We implement MFA on every critical business system: email accounts, banking, financial systems, cloud storage, file sharing, accounting software, and any system containing customer data. For our clients, we use Duo for MFA because it integrates seamlessly with business applications and provides the administrative controls we need. But the key is having MFA enabled everywhere, regardless of which solution that you choose. So one of the biggest challenges in business password management is sharing credentials securely among team members. We see businesses sharing passwords through email, text messages. My favorite is passing the sticky note. All of these are security disasters. Here's the right way to share your passwords. Use your password manager's secure sharing features. Create shared vaults for team resources. Implement role-based access controls and regularly audit who has access to what. Remove access immediately when employees leave. And with Keeper Security, we can create shared folders for different departments or projects. Marketing has access to social media accounts, accounting has access to financial systems, and IT has access to everything. But only the people who need the access can get it. And when someone leaves the company, we can revoke their access instantly across all shared passwords. No more wondering if the former employee still has access to your systems. And now, remember that password management isn't a set it and forget it solution. This still requires regular maintenance and monitoring. So here's what good password hygiene looks like. Regular password audits to identify weak, old, and reused passwords. Immediate password changes when breaches are announced. Quarterly reviews of shared access permissions. Employee training on password best practices. Monitoring for compromised credentials on the dark web. And we provide monthly password health reports for our managed clients. These reports show weak passwords, accounts without MFA, credentials that may have been compromised in data breaches. With our Quick Pass system, it also handles automatic password rotations for self-service accounts and can provide self-service password resets for employees, reducing their need to submit a request to change their password while also maintaining security. Now, even with the best intentions, businesses make critical password management mistakes. Here are the big ones to avoid. Don't store your passwords in browsers on shared computers. Browser-saved passwords are easily accessible to anyone using that computer. Don't use the same master password for your password manager that you use anywhere else. This is the one password that absolutely must be unique and strong. Do not share password manager accounts. Each employee needs their own account with appropriate permissions. Don't ignore security alerts from your password manager. If it says a password has been compromised, change it immediately. Don't assume your current system is secure. We regularly audit businesses that think they have good password practices, and we find shared spreadsheets full of passwords or sticky notes under the keyboard. Most recently, we did some e-recycling, and sure enough, we found right on the keyboard was a nice Dymo label that somebody had printed their password on, and then over time, as they changed it, scribbled it out and rewrote what their most recent password was. Now, for businesses in healthcare, finance, or other regulated industries, password management has additional compliance requirements. HIPAA, for example, requires unique user identification, strong authentication, and audit trails for all system access. Here's what compliance-focused password management looks like. A unique passwords for every user in every system. Multi-factor authentication on all systems containing sensitive data. Comprehensive audit logs showing who accessed what and when. Regular access reviews and permission updates. Documented policies and employee training, and we help many dental practices, medical offices, and financial service companies throughout northern Michigan maintain HIPAA compliance through proper password management. And it's not just about security. We're talking about avoiding regulatory fines and maintaining your client's trust. So, let's just talk. Let's talk about the real cost of that poor password management. The average data breach costs a small business $200,000. Many businesses never recover from a major breach. 60% of small businesses close within 6 months of a cyber attack. But the costs go beyond just the immediate breach. Lost productivity while systems are down, customer notification and credit monitoring costs, legal fees, regulatory fines, reputation damage, lost business, increased insurance premiums. Compare that to the cost of proper password management. Keeper Security Enterprise costs about $5 per user a month. For 10-person business, we're talking $50 a month to protect against potential catastrophic losses and to make life easier for you and your staff by keeping those passwords in a good, secure, easy-to-use location. And we've seen businesses spend more on coffee than they do on password security, and then they face thousands in recovery costs when they get breached. So here's your roadmap to implementing proper password management. First, audit your password practices. Identify all business accounts and assess password strength. Choose and purchase a business-grade password manager like Keeper Security. Set up your password manager and begin migrating existing passwords. Start with the most critical accounts: email, banking, administrative systems. Implement multi-factor authentication on all critical systems. Train employees on the new password management system. Complete the migration of all passwords. Set up shared vaults for team resources and establish ongoing maintenance procedures. The key is taking it step by step. Don't try to change everything overnight. That leads to mistakes and resistance from employees. Now, at Northern Technology Services, we don't just recommend password managers. We implement and manage them for our clients. Our managed password security service includes initial setup and configuration of Keeper Security, migration of existing passwords with a security assessment, employee training, and ongoing support. There's regular password health audits and reporting, automatic password rotations for service accounts, integration with your existing business systems. And we also provide our Quick Pass system for self-service password resets, reducing help desk tickets while maintaining security. And our clients see immediate improvement in both security and productivity. For businesses throughout northern Michigan, from Petoskey to Traverse City, Gaylord to Harbor Springs, we provide the expertise and ongoing support to maintain strong password security. And now remember, your password is often the only thing standing between cyber criminals and business data. Weak passwords don't just put your business at risk. They put your customers, your employees, and your reputation at risk too. The good news is proper password management is easier and more affordable than ever. With the right tools and processes, we can eliminate password-related security risks while actually making your employees more productive. Don't wait for a breach to take password security seriously. Contact Northern Technology Services today for a free password security assessment. We'll evaluate your current practices, identify vulnerabilities, and create a plan to protect your business. You can reach us at 844-959-5040 or visit ntsmanage.com. We're located right here in Petoskey, Michigan. Stay tuned for more, and remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss an episode. And remember, passwords are like underwear. You should change them often and make sure you don't show them to anyone. Thanks for watching.